Haruhi handed the camera to me and turned towards Asahina. Then, like an alligator slowly approaching an unsuspecting bird, she closed her arms around Asahina's shoulders. Haruhi smiled to a shrugging Asahina.
Mikuru-chan, try to look cuter, okay?
That said, Haruhi proceeded to loosen Asahina's ribbon, then quickly unbuttoned 3 buttons from her blouse, almost instantaneously revealing Asahina's large bosom.
Wait! No! What are you doing? Don't worry, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Of course it matters, Missy! In the end, Asahina was forced to place her hands on her lap and slightly lean forward. Faced with Asahina's well-endowed bust, which was in stark contrast with her small body and cute face, I quickly turned my eyes away. But I wouldn't have been able to take any photos that way, so faced with no choice, I turned my eyes back to the camera and pressed the shutter repeatedly as Haruhi had ordered. Poor Asahina was made to perform poses which further emphasized the curves on her breasts. And she was so embarrassed, her face got even redder. Yet, even as she was about to cry, she still tried her clumsiest best to smile, giving out a charm never seen before. Damn it, I think I'm quickly falling in love with her.
Yuki-chan, lend me your glasses.
Nagato slowly lifted her head, then took off her glasses and gave them to Haruhi, and then slowly moved her gaze back to her book. Can you even read without glasses? Haruhi took the glasses and placed them on Asahina's face.
The glasses would look better if they're slightly tilted. There, that would be perfect! Kyon, remember to take more pictures of the four-eyed, innocent, and well-endowed maid.
Okay, putting aside the argument of whether or not to take the photos, just what do you intend to do with the photos of Asahina in a maid costume anyway?
Mikuru-chan, from now on you are to wear this costume every time you come for club activities. Oh, could you?
Asahina tried her best to refuse, but Haruhi grabbed her and caressed her face endlessly.
Who asked you to be so cute? Man, even a girl like me can't resist doing this to you now.
Asahina screamed and tried to escape, but to no avail, being at the mercy of Haruhi's molesting hands. Damn, Haruhi, I'm so jealous of you! No, wait, how could I even think like that? I should be trying to save her! Alright, I think it's time for you to stop now. I tried to pull Haruhi away from her sexual harassment of Asahina, but she wouldn't let go. That's enough! Stop it already!
Does it matter? Why don't you join in as well?
Huh, not a bad idea actually, but seeing Asahina's face going white, I naturally said nothing.
Huh, what's going on here?
Turning around, I saw Koizumi Itsuki standing at the entrance with his bag. He looked amusedly first at Haruhi, whose hands were moving towards Asahina's chest again, then at me, who was trying to stop Haruhi's madness, then to Asahina in a maid costume trembling non-stop, and finally to Nagato, who remained unfazed, peacefully reading her book even without her glasses.
Is this some sort of club activity?
Koizumi, you came at just the right time. Let's play with Asahina.
What on earth are you talking about? Koizumi only grinned. Please, if you actually agree with Haruhi's suggestions, then you've got some serious issues.
No thanks. Seems pretty scary to me.
Koizumi placed his bag on the table and unfolded one of the chairs by the wall.
Mind if I just sit and watch?
He sat with his legs crossed and looked at me as if he was watching a parade.
Don't mind me. Please continue.
No, you've got it all wrong. I'm not trying to molest Asahina, I'm trying to save her. Eventually, I was able to squeeze in between Haruhi and Asahina and frantically picked up Asahina just in time before she fell on the ground. I was amazed by how light she was as I placed her back on her chair. Asahina's maid costume was untidy and ragged, and she looked totally worn out, but honestly speaking, I thought she looked rather sexy.
Oh well, we've taken plenty of photos anyway.
Asahina was so exhausted that she just weakly collapsed on the table. Haruhi took off the glasses from her cute face and returned them to Nagato. Nagato silently received the glasses, putting them back on without saying a word. It was as though her endless speech last night never happened. She was messing with me last night, wasn't she?
Right! Let's now begin the first SOS Brigade meeting!
Haruhi, who was standing on the commander's seat, suddenly shouted. Please stop startling people by suddenly shouting.
Before this, we've already done a lot of work, like distributing flyers and setting up the webpage. The SOS Brigade's reputation in the school has soared sky high, so I announced Phase 1 of the work to be a great success!
How can mentally scarring Asahina be a success? Our inbox has yet to receive a single email about any mysterious events, and no one has come to us to discuss their concerns with their experiences either. Reputation doesn't help a lot since until now no one knew what this club was all about. Besides, the school doesn't even recognize this club.
There used to be a saying that patience is a virtue, but times have changed. Even if we have to turn the earth around, we'll find them on our own. So everyone, let's begin searching.
What are we looking for? Since no one else asked, I decided to do it myself.
To find all the mysterious events of the world! As long as we try hard, we'll be able to find 1 or 2 events in this town.
Your thinking is a mystery in itself, Missy. I displayed my reluctance. Koizumi only smiled mysteriously. Nagato remained wooden-faced, while Asahina seemed resigned to her fate, too exhausted to answer. Ignoring everyone's reactions, Haruhi waved her arms and yelled,
This Saturday, which is tomorrow, we will meet outside the North Station before 9 in the morning. Don't be late. Absentees will be executed.
Not the death penalty again. What did Haruhi do with Asahina's maid costume photos? I'm sure most of you have guessed. The stupid girl intended to upload all of them to the website so that they could attract people to the website for discussion. When I discovered this, she had just finished uploading them all to the front page to welcome the visitors. She was even typing in personal details. Do you know what you're doing? This could alert a lot of people. I tried my best to stop her foolish behavior and had all the images removed. If Asahina had known that images of her posing sexily in her maid costume had spread all over the world, she'd probably faint on the spot. I quickly warned her about the dangers of putting personal details on the web, and amazingly, for once, Haruhi actually paid attention and listened to me seriously. Eventually, as if to spite me, she said rather grumpily,
I know that already!
She then very reluctantly allowed me to remove the images from the page. At this moment, I should have been deleting all of Asahina's photos, but it would have been too much of a pity doing that. Hence, I secretly saved them all in a file document within the computer's hard drive, and had it protected with a password. Only I can view those photos.